It is November 1971. War clouds hang low in the horizon between India and Pakistan. Pakistan's genocide in East Pakistan had created a flood of refugees into India, which was unsustainable. The freedom struggle for Bangladesh was intensifying, and both sides preparing for a war that now seemed inevitable. And the first clash took place on the 21st of November at a place called Garibpur. Garibpur was a small village, around 7 kilometers inside East Pakistan, in a place called the Boira Salient, a place used by the Pakistanis to launch raids and artillery attacks. Even though war had not been officially declared, it was decided to capture Garibpur and improve our positions there. 14 Punjab, a proud and distinguished battalion over 200 years old, along with C Squadron of 45 Cavalry, was tasked to capture Garibpur. 45 Cavalry then was equipped with PT-76s, a light amphibious tank affectionately called Pippa by its crews. Opposing them was Pakistan's 107 Infantry Brigade along with M24 Shafi tanks, a top-of-the-line US medium tank with superior armor and a powerful gun. The odds seemed stacked against them, and surprise was the key. On the night of 20th November, 14 Punjab, led by Lieutenant Colonel R.K. Singh, and C Squadron were guided by the fighters of the Mukti Bahini and moved stealthily towards Garibpur. Unfortunately, a recce patrol moving ahead bumped into the enemy, and in the firefight that followed, the enemy was alerted and surprise was lost. Undeterred, the battalion raced feverishly towards the objective, and by 3 in the morning of 21st November, the troops reached Garibpur, overran the enemy, and took up defenses there. Faced with the loss of these vital positions, the enemy reacted violently. 107 Infantry Brigade, along with 3 independent armored squadron, raced from Jessore towards Garibpur. In the thick fog of the early winter, their move could not be seen. But the rumble of tank engines and the squeal of tank tracks became louder and closer. Slowly, the silhouettes of tanks and infantry became visible. The enemy counterattack was coming. At 6 in the morning, the first attack came in. The companies of 14 Punjab were still digging their defenses, but they had sighted their few anti-tank guns well. The PT-76s were skillfully deployed by the squadron commander, Major D.S. Narang. As the enemy closed in, a furious battle ensued. The enemy pushed ahead with determination, and the defenders held on equally grimly. Machine gun and tank fire erupted from both sides, and Major Narang's tank was hit as it moved from position to position. The gallant officer was killed, and young Captain Balram Mehta took over command of the squadron. The attack intensified. Guns and mortars fired till their tubes turned red hot. The observation officer, Captain Chaturvedi, directed artillery fire from a tree till he was detected and shot down by tank fire. Yet, the small force held on against 3 consecutive brigade attacks. In the final attack, Pakistan's 6th Punjab Battalion reached within 25 yards of the Indian position and were beaten back after bitter hand-to-hand fighting. When the last attack finally petered out around 9 in the morning, 11 smoking Shafi tanks and scores of dead infantry lay ahead of the 14 Punjab positions, for the loss of just 2 of our own tanks and 40 defenders. A single battalion had beaten back an entire brigade. But there was more to come. Unable to evict the defenders, the Pakistanis called in their air force. An hour later, 4 F-86 Sabre jets swooped down, strafing and bombing. In spite of casualties, the Indians held on. At 2:30 that afternoon, 3 Sabres dived in for another attack. But this time, the Indians were expecting them. 4 Nats, the tiny saber slayers, took off from Kalaikunda to intercept them. The Sabres had launched one attack and were diving in for the second when the Nats struck. As they pulled out of their dive, 2 Sabres were hit by cannon fire by Nats flown by Flight Lieutenant Ganpati and Flying Officer Lazarus. Both Pakistani aircraft were hit and crashed, but their pilots ejected just in time. The 3rd Sabre was engaged by a Nat flown by Flight Lieutenant Andrew Massey. As the watching troops cheered from below, Massey hit the Sabre with a burst of cannon fire on the wing. The Sabre limped back, trailing smoke. The Nats executed a victory roll and flew back to base. 25 years later, one of the downed pilots, Flight Lieutenant Parvez Qureshi, rose to become the chief of the Pakistani Air Force. Donald Lazarus, the man who had downed him, sent him a congratulatory letter. To his surprise, Air Marshal Qureshi replied, thanking him and complimenting him for the good fight on that fateful day. Garibpur was the first encounter of the war and a decisive victory both in land and in the air. Garibpur was captured in just one night of battle. A battalion had beaten back a brigade. A flight of Sabre jets had been shot down with no damage to our own aircraft. In many ways, it set the trend for the battles to follow. Battles in which the Indian Army would advance towards Dhaka. 93,000 Pakistani soldiers would lay down their arms, and a new nation, Bangladesh, would be created. All this in just 13 days.